What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is having a good day. Hope everyone's having a good end to their week. What is up, Wheels? Hope you are doing well. Question you posed, things are not all that great. Not feeling too well either. So, kind of just getting hit by everything from all sides currently. So it's not too fun. But we're here. We keep going. Sorry for being a little bit late for the stream today. Just not had a great start to the day. Didn't have a great day yesterday either. My brain is just toast with everything I've got going on. To the point to where it's difficult to talk. Like, it's a challenge to form words. So, hopefully we can get through today's stream. A-okay, honky-dory. What is up, Gregors? Hope you're doing well. So, where we left off the other day with the Journeyman was that we needed to change the match engine. I have changed the match engine. We're back to actually the OG match engine for FM. I don't think I'm going to be using any additional ones. I might try out the Asian Fusion. We will see. But as of today, like, not doing it for today. Might try it Saturday. We'll see how things go today. But one thing that we need to figure out, which we kind of did start to figure out towards the end of Tuesday's stream, was that we need to find ways to win. And we had to tear down every system we were using and try something to do it. Try something to do it, and we have been doing it. See what I mean? I can't form words. But yeah, we're gonna try and get through as much as I can today. And my puppy dog will be joining us later today as well. So he will be down here for the stream at some point. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, get into some FM once it loads up. There we go. So where we left off, we were on a 4-game win streak in the league. Yeah, 4-game win streak in the league. And we have flown up the table. We're in 4th. And if we can keep on keeping on, then we will keep on rising within the league. And the goal, obviously, is to dethrone Copenhagen. But they're a very good side, as is Yellen. We have Viborg after this cup match. And they are one of the top teams in the league. So we will see how that goes. I need to take this song off of the playlist, because I do not feel like banging my head when that comes on. So I'm gonna find that real quick, and then we will remove. There we go. Cool beans. Yep, that is essentially all that we can do, Wheels. Power through everything that life throws at us. So the power of Sprite will hopefully help me do that today. But one thing that I was doing last night was actually looking at some footage of a player that Copenhagen has. And from the looks of it, they don't have him in their main team. Let's see if they have him in their B team. No. What about your U19s? Any real players down here? Barty has a brother? Well, we're gonna scout him. Alright, it looks like they got rid of the player that I wanted to look for. Unless he isn't in the game. No, they sold him to Yellen. He's loan listed. Okay. So this kid, Victor Froholt, I was actually watching film of last night before I went to bed. Very hard-working player. They don't represent it in the attributes, but he is a very, very hard-working player. He can also play central midfield, even though they have him as a 10. But he can play central midfield, he can play on the wings, and he is most definitely my type of player. And the report compared him to Conor Gallagher. And I absolutely love Conor Gallagher. And when I was watching him, how he played and whatnot, I can definitely see similarities. In those highlights, he was at right mid or center mid. So I don't know why FM has him way further up than he actually plays. But I am definitely going to be considering him for our side. I think that he would be a pretty good pickup. When did he arrive here? All right, so we could there we go. We could buy him because he's been here for 2 seasons and still has yet to play a game. Finance wise, we can 100% do it. We would have to do installments though. We would for sure have to do installments, and I just not realized when we get 51% of what we make. It's kind of frustrating, but I guess we'll try and improve that as we go. Other players, I really haven't found anyone else, but I was like, you know what? This kid is pretty impressive. So, even though we're in September, we will make an offer and see if we can bring him in for January. Because with the areas that says he can play in FM, which aren't really the areas he plays in reality, we could potentially be able to utilize him quite a bit. You want $2.4 million for a player you have never played. That's not happening. Not happening. Gotta love some of these teams. It's gonna be $200K and $1 million. And that is what I'm offering. You've never paid the player. I'm not gonna let you make a profit. That is not happening. That is not happening. I will not do bad business. That is not in the plans for today. I would not do bad business. Alright. So, for those that were not here last stream, we switched up systems quite a bit. And we ended up settling on this. And this system I am forcing us to play because this is going to allow us to get everyone and this side to where we just inevitably win. And it was proving last time out. It was doing really, really well. So, I absolutely love this system. I use it quite a bit. And I think this, what is an asymmetric 4-2-3-1, paired with this 3-4-3, is going to do very well. So, we will see how it fares today. We have got a cup match first, and then we have got Viborg after it in the league. And they're currently ahead of us in the table, as are Yellen, as is Copenhagen. So, we will see how we get on. Hopefully, that's key word here, is that word. hopefully we can get a win here, because we have made life very hard on ourselves so far this season in the cup. So hopefully we can play our strongest 11 and then rest them before the Viborg game. We're also playing one of our players that is on loan, and a striker named, I believe it's Tobias Melskins. Yeah, Tobias Melskins. So hopefully he doesn't score on us, but also at the same time, I kind of hope he does. So it's like, all right, maybe I should bring him back. Maybe, just maybe. But the ultimate goal, I want us to win, and that is a very good and lucky start. Very good and lucky start. Ross was ripping it, and it hits off of Leverton and changes direction. Luckiest goal Leverton's ever going to score. That's wild. All right, so we're up 1-0. That's good. I need to make sure that the YouTube side of the stream is working all right. It is. I'm gonna have to put a poll out about YouTube, by the way, pretty soon. I have a feeling. That I'll have to put a poll out about YouTube. In regards to content. Mainly the streaming content. Because video content wise, I have got some very, very good stuff coming up. We've got an FM movie coming up, which I hope to have out next Friday. Because I'll be able to have the time to work on it. The Jose Mourinho tactic that everyone voted on. I am trying to get that to work, but that Chelsea team is so bad. It is so bad that I just can't get them to not concede goals, essentially. Like, it is really, really bad. So I'm trying to, one, with that tactic, figure out how to get them to not concede goals, even though I have been trying everything so far, that I know how to make it so defensively sound. But two, might not do it with that Chelsea side, but just with a team that Jose Mourinho's managed, and do the masterclass breakdown with a club that, not with a club that he has managed, with Chelsea, kind of showcase how it worked with that side, and then move on to where once it's the testing and all that, it's with a more elite side current day, but a club that, of course, Jose Mourinho managed. So it's not just a random team. Olsen, Leverton for a brace. Aussie. This 4-2-3-1's gotten him going. He started to get going once we switched to it last stream. And that is what we need. Dealing out, Mr. Oliver. Alright, give me 1 second, chat. What is up, Robert? I'm glad that the YouTube chat is working today. That is fantastic. Because usually it doesn't want to pop up for me for whatever reason. But it looks like it does today. So that's awesome. You've tried doing a Chelsea tactic yourself, not Mourinho based, but more close to today's approach. Best run, conceded 29 goals, but quite often. Yeah, that's literally what it is. Like, I mean, I even put it to where, so I've made a pretty defensive 4-2-3-1 tactic with Barcelona that I utilized in FIFA, and I was like, you know what? Let's like see if this works in FM because it works pretty well. And it did. It conceded like 12 goals. And so I used that same back line. And it did not work. They conceded like 40, 50 something goals. I'm like, this is not how it is. So it just, the Chelsea side is just not where I need it to be for that system to work. So I might do Inter Milan or I might do Real Madrid, but then people are going to say, oh, well, you can do anything with Real Madrid. But we'll see how it is, as Kuga, I believe that's how it's pronounced, are now within one because of a pen. But thank you for the raid, Ease Off Tackles. I appreciate it. Hope your raid went, not raid. See, my brain is cooked. I hope that your stream went well. That's what I meant to English right there. Hope that your stream went well. Hope you're having a good day. There we go, Pooh. Good win. Performances did not. That is kind of how the last stream was, to where I scrapped 5 tactics that I either was using or tried to use. And we're going with 2 that I like to use quite a bit now, which they're kind of plug and play, which really annoys me. There we go. Simonovic or Sergio Ramos scored. God, like, and I have some personal issues. So what save are you doing? Glad that's Simonovic. I can't believe Simonovic is basically our top goal scorer. Kind of unbelievable. He's our center back. Yes, the center back. That's awesome. He's been very good for us so far. He was here prior to my arrival at Aalborg, because we started off at Vikingur Gurta in the Faroe Islands, and then when I came over, he was already here. He is 31 now, I believe. Gonna have to take off Palmer. Palmer keeps on getting hurt this season. That's a good first save. He's on a free too, is he not? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright. So we gotta take off Palmer. We will put on Jason with 2 S's. And then we'll take Simonovic off for... Why is he not here? He's injured. I just realized that. Alright, so Simonovic is not coming off. We'll bring on Yam Kim. Not Kim. Young Kun. Sounds good. Sounds good. He scored 12 goals in the first season and retired. That's awesome. He's on like 12 for the season already, and we're in September. He's just non-stop scoring. We're also going to bring on Yepe. And even though it's a 2-goal lead, I want to start getting this kid games. So Tuggerson. All right. Yum, get an assist. Would have been great. Pooh. Dang. Pooh's had a great season so far, too. But in regards to content, chat, so was talking about the Jose Mourinho tactic, and then also the following tactical masterclass will be Luis Enrique with PSG. We're also going to have the FM movie next week. Hopefully, if I can get everything sorted and done and all that. And then, hopefully, I will be able to go pick up a jersey that I've had ordered. And I am going to start a series, like a mini series, on the channel. Kind of like how I did the process, which that is probably one of the funnest series I've done on the channel, which that was kind of like educational one for newcomers to FM and whatnot. Oh, you hit the crossbar. But we're gonna do a Journeyman mini series, and how I'm going to do it is way different than how I've done any series before on YouTube. Now, it's going to be separate from this Journeyman. So this is the stream, Journeyman. But then we're going to have one where I start from a totally different league, different club, different point altogether than, obviously, where we did start. And it's probably going to be a little bit easier to get jobs within it. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing that. They're going to be longer episodes. Essentially, every episode is going to be the story of whatever club we're at. So the first episode will be the club that we start off with, and I want it to be to where we essentially see out each contract and then we move on, with the ultimate goal of winning a Champions League as well as World Cup. But I do have some other things to work out with it, because I think that like re-upping with each club once will probably be allowed. But beside that, moving from club to club to club to club in search of those two trophies, of being able to win a Champions League and being able to win a World Cup, which ultimately that's a goal of this Journeyman too. But this will just be like in a mini series, way different way of going about it too. All right, Pooh does deserve another contract. Not another contract, but a newer and improved contract. He's playing great. What's he currently on? 2.5? Yeah, he's gonna... Did not expect that. We'll put it at 5. 5. 5K. That's not happening. He wants 8.5. That's not happening. I'll go 5.5. All right, we're gonna have to meet at some middle ground. 6. You're not getting that. 6.5. All right. So 6.5 is where we're gonna play Pooh. I feel like that's overpaid. But with how he's playing this season, it really isn't. Like, he's doing unbelievably well. And if we were playing Europa League football, if we were playing Champions League football, his value would be drastically increased. Alright, so we're going to try for Victor Froholt again in a moment. Once that resets, which it should now be reset. Tom Cleverley is the new boss at Fulham. That's awesome. I think we are going to have to do this. Alright. So we will allow them to make $200K in profit. Which I didn't want to do. But he is a very solid player. I really want him. Because he's going to be a very hard worker. They're not developing him. We will be able to develop him. He is going to be a great player for us. Alright. Cool. And hopefully we will be able to bring him in January. Which, if everyone accepts, that will be the case. I forgot to rest the team. Yeah, Kramer was injured. When is Kramer back? Sick. I need to have Schick on the bench then. But for who? For who? For who? For who? For who? Jimenez. Because Schick can play center back, he can play defensive mid, he can play central midfield. That is for who? For sure. Alright. Alright, so Viborger in second. Why am I getting F1 updates right now? Yeah, Tsunoda is at the Red Bull car now, which I find just wild. That's Red Bull Racing, you confuse me. Not really, though. Because they build a car for one driver. Alright. We're going to play Yam this whole game. I am not risking Palmer. Starting, at least. That we are not doing. Alright. Let's hopefully get 3 points, like I know we can. We most certainly can. We unfortunately do not have Palmer on the wing. But we've got Young Kunyam, who... That went over the line, correct? Never mind, they said that Palmer hit the ball in the net with his arm. Which I find quite interesting. Can we get something going? Like a shot on net. That'd be great. Warner the throw into Bacchus. Bacchus to Pooh. to Simonovic. Vitinha. Vitinha with a cross, probably. No, Tapu. Bacchus. Ross. Bacchus banger. Leverton's probably off. That was so much space. Unless he just timed it unbelievably well and they're all blind and forgot he was there. It's the only thing that would make sense. Yeah, disallowed. Dang it. All right. All right. We played well in that first half, not gonna lie, even though we have three shots on net. Well, not on net. We have none on net. Never mind. I'm looking at the... See what I mean? My brain is fried, dude. Looking at the Vibework stats as our stats. All right. We're going to bring on Palmer and Abdullah. We're going to see what Abdullah can help do. We are going to bring on Palmer. Hope that he is okay. Olsen. No. We will leave Olsen on. I personally want to bring on Lee Kwan Chick, but I know I probably shouldn't. Although, if I'm not mistaken, Bacchus, can you play as a 10? You cannot. I am mistaken. Alright, we'll just go with those two subs. And try and get a result from here. Alright, Bacchus whipping it. Simonovic, right over. Right over. They're playing for the draw. I want to play for the win right now. Olsen out jump him. Dang it. And now we're going to get countered. And if they score... Holy moly. Well, we're still leaving it there. Just don't get countered like that again. Alright, 0-0 draw. That was entertaining. We just couldn't get what we needed going. I've always thought that Randers has a nice stadium. Alright, so we're bringing in Victor Froholt. Good player for the league. Jonas Jensen Abu. What are you up to? You're at Aarhus. He could be someone we bring in next season. I would need him to get more games, of course. But from the numbers I can see on the pie chart, which I am currently blocking for you guys, so sorry about that. We will be doing that. Philip Alanowski, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. I appreciate that. Not sure at what tier. Can it tell me what tier? That'd be awesome. Like I said, not sure what tier, because there are 3 tiers, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. You did not have to do that. Actually, if I expand this, can I see? Tier, what? Philip, you're a madman. Absolute madman. Gourmet Legion Tier 3. Wow. You, sir, are a madman. I appreciate that immensely. So you're definitely going to have to hit me up on Discord because we got to get you a print, my man. We got to get you a print. All right. Palmer, are you going to be good to go? Yeah. I'm going to rest everyone today. You did say last stream. You did say that last stream. That is correct. And this stream, it's actually popping up in my multi-chat to where I can read it instead of having to go into the web browser. Alright, Pooh got a new contract. And we have got Victor Furlholtz coming in with Alejandro Benitez as well as Mads Harup. Which, very happy that we're able to bring in a future goalkeeper of that potential of quality. A print is actually, if I can show you, I'll pull it up, one that I've done on screen. Hold on, let me search for it. There we go. All right, so this, my man, as well as everyone else, is a print. So I'm currently blocking part of it, but I can move it a little bit around if you wish to see it. So essentially what a print is, if you are a Twitch sub or YouTube member, I make these for your saves. The tier that you were at, you get unlimited prints. So if you are doing multiple saves, you can have a print for every single save. It is on like a 5-season kind of count type thing, just so that you can do the 5-year plan that is here. But I highlight your tactic, give you some tweaks and whatnot, the weaknesses, strengths, your best 11, transfer ideas, and then you have your club level 5-year plan down here, which I will move this up right here so you can see it. So what this is, it's kind of like a gauge of where you are at the current time and your save. So essentially how that works is looking, because you'll send me your save, and then I'll be able to look around, see the players that you have, the club that you're at, what you're doing, where you currently are, and from the tactic tweaks and the transfers, that helps me gauge this. And the person that had this print, they were in a rebuild. They were in Ligue 2 at the time with Paris FC, and they were going to have to kind of rebuild the squad and then try and, of course, get themselves promoted, but then end up turning them into a contender. And essentially how it would go is rebuild. Once they're up, they'll need to survive and then go into a contender, and then push for a league title, and then eventually not only push for the league title, but a Champions League title. So that's kind of how that works. But these you were able to print off and able to have if you want to frame it, or you just have it to where you can look at it while you were doing your saves, and you're like, okay, these are the tweaks I need to do, these are the guys that I need to bring in, these are the guys I need to sell, this is kind of the 5-year plan, how is it looking, how close am I to achieving the goals that have been set. So that is what the print is. And the tier that you are at, you get a unlimited amount of them. So you are all set for that. You'll just have to send me a DM on Discord, and we can sort it out for your save. And once again, that is for anyone that is a tier 2 or 3 member on YouTube, and then a Twitch subscriber at any tier. I need to get Jeppe Jensen growing a little bit more. I might start playing him more, because I like what I see from him when he does play. That Diego Valencia had an 8.17 for the month. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're very welcome, Philip. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. That means a lot. Big time. Alright, so they believe Mr. Abdullah not to be good enough for us. Alright, so if we can't afford one Bargy. Alright, we can't afford either Bargy. So that dream's been crushed. But now know that he has a brother. I'm looking forward to Furl getting here. We're going to turn him into a machine. He will be a machine. Seeing one of those clubs right there for the Conference League. They were from Scotland. I believe it's Dunfermline or Dunfermline in Scotland just signed Kenyan international Victor Wanyama. That's a name from the past. Absolutely loved watching Victor Wanyama. Like signing him a lot too. He came over here, played in the MLS up in Montreal, up in Canada for a while. Heck of a defensive midfielder. He has a tight calf. Y'all just don't want me to enjoy. I swear. What's your passing at? 10? I might force you to play as a 10. Just for this game, we'll play Palmer. Bacchus is in the Australian national team. Speaking of, are there any national team jobs available? Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I really want a national team job. Yo, Wolves, if you're looking for a manager, which you are, for the second time now in this save, you should hit us up. I might consider joining. And 18th. Tomato. is your best player, which means he is gone. Gone to who, though? Mateus Cunha. Chelsea. They don't need Mateus Cunha. I don't think they know what they need. They're just like, oh, players, let's buy them. That is essentially their outlook. All right. Let's try and go get these 3 points against Randers. Olsen will come off the bench. We'll move Ross back to Shadow Striker. But maybe playing Iam from there can finally bag him his first goal. Because Ross does really well from there. Hopefully, we can get a result. All right. Let's get her going, shall we? Can we get a shot on goal? A shot. This is what I did not miss about the OG match engine. We got a shot. And it's got Warner as an inverted fullback, not playing like an inverted fullback, which is what I do not like about that. Leverton, you could have gotten there. Pooh. Out wide. Never mind. There you go. Pooh. Could have played it forward. Good. Fine with Palmer. To Yam. It was a deflection, but he finally has his first goal. From that 10 spot. Like I said, he could do it. Said he could, and he did. Fantastic. Took a deflection. But I was thinking from that position he was going to score anyways. Great stuff. Great stuff. Alright, stop the counter. Good stuff. Bacchus. Ah, that was not good from Bacchus. Y'all are giving Mahmoud way too much space. Great tackle by Vitinha. That was fantastic. What are we doing in central midfield right now? That's a goal. Alright, thankfully it went wide. Ross does not play good on the wing. And Yam is having a good game, so I'm bringing on Eric Olsen. Warner not having a good game. We're going to bring on Quan Shik. And Quan Shik will play there. He can play central midfield, defensive midfield, center back. I'm going to just play players where I know that they can play. Whether the real ability says they can or not. Because I feel like realistically right now with how much Simonovic scores. What a goal from Eric Olsen. Great individual effort. But I feel like with how much Simonovic scores, I could play him at striker. Eric Olsen literally just took on their entire team and pops it home. What a young player he is. Heck of a player. Alright. Vitinha. I really like Vitinha's inverted wingback. That was such a good decision to have him be the one. Also like when Jeppe Jensen's there though too. Palmer play it back. There you go. Yam, you gotta find someone. Gotta be quicker than that. Wow, what a find. And they put it wide. But that was an incredible find by Randers. Not gonna lie, that was a great play from them. Vitinha, Olsen, Pooh to Vitinha. Oh, Pooh still found it. Olsen, just take him on. Dang. Alright, and they gave the ball right back to Olsen. Olsen's gonna shoot. Not the best of shots from Mr. Eric right there, not gonna lie. But, to be honest, we probably shouldn't have been able to get anywhere near having a shot right there with how we played in that build-up. It was not ideal. And then Vitinha gets hurt. Great. I'm not going to put Jeppe on. We will put on Paulson. For 8 seconds. Never mind, for 2.5 minutes. Clean sheet! Alright, so if Viborg lose, we are within 3 points of them and Yellen. We are within 5 points of Copenhagen. Hopefully Odense have to play Brøndby and Viborg have to play Copenhagen. That'd be ideal. Three to 4 weeks. Any tactical tips? Well, what tactic are you playing? What shape? How aggressive is it? What type of tactic are you playing currently? That'll help. Alright, so Norrison will be back on the bench. Yeppe is going to get plenty of playing time here. Gegenpressing. Well, you're doing something right there, because gegenpressing is the way to go. 4-3-3 with a holding midfielder. Okay. What are your center trio? The defensive mid, 2 center mids. What roles are they? Thank you for the follow as well, Shane. I appreciate it. I need Lee Kwan to just learn how to play everything. He's going to be our ultimate utility guy. Says he needs to be good at dribbling. I'll be the judge of that. What's Warner's dribbling? And he does just fine. He does just fine. Am I training him as that? By the way, I am not. Alright, so we got McYellen in 14 days. That'll be our first game since getting annihilated by them. And I believe we're starting the second half of the first half with that next game. Yeah. You gotta be kidding me. We gotta play McYellen and then Copenhagen? Bro. Brøndby are in search of a manager as well. If you can tell me, Shane, what the 2 central midfielders and your defensive midfielder are role-wise, that will be a great start to helping you figure out what's going on. Because you might have some of the roles as the elite ones for that sort of system. And it might just be one role there that's causing a little bit of a fuss. Because in a 4-3-3 gegenpress, your midfield is the heartbeat of that system working. I'd definitely bring him in if they weren't going to ask for millions of pounds for him. Alan Halilovic. I remember when this kid was going to be what Ivan Rakitic ended up being. Is he, his contract's coming up. Oh. I don't like the work rate, though. Like, at all. And Fortuna's just using them as an extra. Just using him as an extra. So that's unfortunate. Because I'd probably start him. Alright. So Bacchus is on international duty. Who's the other one on international duty? Ha! Hell is Bacchus, Palmer, Youngkun, Quan Shik, Norson, and Abdullah. You're telling me all of our South Korean players play for the U20s? That's amazing. Alright, he's made 2 appearances. I'm looking forward to offering you a new contract, my man. Saucy Italian, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Great name, by the way. Do you make a good vodka sauce? Vodka penne is fantastic. I mean, hey, you gotta live up to the Twitch name. You gotta live up to the Twitch name. There's a reason that's why it is. How about chicken parm? You make a good chicken parm? That is my favorite. I used to eat that before and after when I would play hockey. So good. You think chicken parm is overrated? Okay, if you think that's overrated, what pasta dish do you think is underrated? This is a question to everyone, because now we come from all parts of the world. What pasta dish is underrated? Chicken parm's a huge thing here in the States. When did they get him? They just decide not to play him against us? That's a dangerous player. Alright, we've got Yelland. Alright. So Vitinha could play, but I'm not risking him at all. So, this is our group. I want to know how Henri Chase. That doesn't make any sense. Where's your ball control? Gnocchi with lamb and mushroom sauce. Can't say that I've seen that at any restaurant over here, but I have had gnocchi. Gnocchi's fantastic. I prefer it with a red sauce or even a pink sauce. Not a huge fan of white sauce with it. Yes, I did play hockey. I was a goalie. I had to stop playing after I had back surgery. Alright. Well, yeah, up. If you play AAA in Toronto, dude, you could play. You could play. It's 10 years ago, maybe. I played ice and roller. I was better at roller. Alright. We need to make sure that Paulinho does not get his head anywhere near a ball. Because for some reason, that Brazilian with 8 heading is unbelievable at it. No, 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 no. God save the bear. Glad we have goalkeepers now that can actually make saves. Fair Islands, that was not the case. Although I think the match engine definitely played into that. Play that up. There we go. Ross. Counter of dreams. Counter of dreams. There you go. No. I just realized I'm playing Young Kunyam at 10. And Eric Olsen's on the bench. So that's going to need to be changed in the second half. I mean, he's honestly doing an okay job at the 10. He scored last game against Rounders. So that's great. Yes, it's 100% better to sell him, but being that, like you said, he's 35, you're not going to get a whole heck of a lot for him, unfortunately. But it would be better to sell him. Or at least so that you can get his salary off the books now set for release. And do that. There's some players that you can get clubs to swoop in for that age at that level. What club? I know quite a few at that level. Because for me, Italy is one of my favorite places to manage in FM. I also believe that Serie A is probably the most underrated league out of the top 5. Pen. That is one club I don't know. Unless I saw a badge, then I probably know. Pen Simonovic. See if Simonovic can get us on the board. Can he? He does! Our Sergio Ramos does it again. Which, by the way, speaking of Sergio Ramos, second time I brought him up today. No one has seen his new goal celebration when he scores in Liga MX for Monterrey, it's sick. Because of how Real Madrid treated him. He acts like he's on a phone and then slams it down. I love it. And then Asensio does the same thing with Villa. Same thing. If I were you, I would try and just do the set for release. But if you can, offload him to someone, potentially in Series C, that has money, as my phone, because I said, you know what, thinks I'm talking to it. If you find a club with money at that level that would be willing to buy him, do it. If not, just sign for release. And you can use that little bit of wage to potentially bring someone in on free to replace him. Unless, of course, if he is one of your better players. Then that's when it's tricky. Alright. Olsen's going to need to come off the bench this half. We'll move Ross back central. They're moving stuff around. We're moving stuff around. Alright. Also, I might actually leave Yam on, because Palmer is tired. I think that is the best case right there. I'll bring Abdullah on. We just need to make sure that that doesn't bite us. Don't think it will. I think we'll be okay. Bringing on Eric Olsen. Eric Olsen is a magician. So, and it puts Eric on the right. I can't stand when this game does that. That is what I did. Right there. All right, come on, Aalborg. Two clean sheets today. And that is a way better result than our original game against them. Alright, so we are now level with them. So I recently have been assigning them, but that's because I have to when I have poor scouts, so I try and assign the best ones to players that I really, really, really care about. You can do either, though. Yeah, that is the Wonder Kid Keeper. If I were to move anywhere, He's one of my first signings. Francois Braun. Or Braun. Bo Henriksen. Featured in the Tactical Masterclass this week. Bo Henriksen is taking over at Brøndby. That is incredible for this league. He is a big manager. I wonder how Vikingur Gertz is doing. How are y'all doing? You won the league again. You're welcome. You are welcome. Let's look at all cops. They got knocked out in the Conference League. They're in the Cup Final too. They might do a treble, but they have to play Klaksvik. And this is still that team that I built and left them with, by the way. Enzo La Rosa with 18 goals. Fredericksburg looks like he has had a decent impact. What a... Hasanov is wanted by Lecce. I really like Hasanov. And I think that he could do a job for us. I would definitely take him over Vincent Mueller. Even though it says Vincent's better, he ain't. Where are we at financially? 138K. Do I want to spend on a backup keeper? We also have Mads coming in. We also have Max Wolf developing. So, interesting situation. Amar Diane, I don't think I'm ever going to use. Or Ifenadorgu. Or Anders. So, I might look to offload all three. I just do not think I'm going to utilize them. Don't think I'm going to utilize them. I might. We're going to play Eric Olsen, and we're going to play Quan Schick the whole game this game. Vatinia is going to be on the bench for Paulson. However, alright, where are you all at? Alright, I'm confident in playing this group. Unless I move Warner centrally, because I do like Warner more than Henry Chase, not going to lie. Because for whatever reason, Warner is improving a tiny bit, getting better. Henry Chase, for whatever reason, apparently is not. Even though he's doing okay. Take that back. No, he is not. But also, he's not having to deal with a whole heck of a lot compared to Simonovic. Simonovic is essentially dealing with everything. And then Warner is... He is a possession-winning machine. But Henry Chase... I don't know what to do with him, man. Because his numbers ain't cutting it currently. Ha! So, we were using the Chinese match engine until today. Because it's been screwing us. So, I'm thinking of using the Asian Fusion one on Saturday. Which, for those of you that do not know, I stream Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Yeah, some of the goals, I love the offensive ability. It makes a lot of tactics way more viable. But the defensive ability is just non-existent, essentially. Ole Nielsen. You have great playmaking and you're quick. And you're Lingby, who always produce good players that I end up signing on freeze. Which, this fits the bill once again, even though he's 16. I hope they wouldn't re-sign him or trigger a secret clause they have. What's up, Liz? Hope you're doing well. It was probably made by EA. Or Ubisoft. Ubisoft is in shambles. Arcelon in search of a new manager. Vitinia's back. Kramer is back. Do I put Kramer on the bench? Do we put him on the bench? I don't know. Yeah. We will put him on the bench. Alright, are there any international jobs? Holy moly. I mean, wow, that's a lot of clubs. Bilbao! That'd be dope. There's a lot of clubs looking like they're going to be sacking their managers soon. Oh my word, these are a lot of clubs. Who's the front runner for Julian Nagelsmann? You're not going to get him to go there. Unless he got sacked from Frankfurt. Yeah, he's not leaving Frankfurt. That is not happening. Might be able to get me from good old Aalborg. Looks like they're going with Robbie Keane at Wolves. Potentially. He's at Ferencváros, which blows my mind that he's managing there. Managing the Bayern Munich of Hungary. Arhus is looking at Fernando Torres, who is at Racing Club Santander. Mark Van Bommel at Willem. Interesting. Pierre, thank you for the sub over on YouTube. I appreciate it. Wonder if he's related to Big Mancini. was our, we still at 2.5? Yeah. By a point? That's rough. How good is your youth development at Mechelen? Which, if I'm not mistaken, they currently aren't available, but they may become available. Because they're right here. And they aren't doing too hot. They're in 15th. But we are doing way better than we had been. So I'm happy with that. We have a game in hand on Nordjylland, as well as Viborg and Copenhagen. And depending on how we do, which that next match is Copenhagen, we might be able to reduce our gap to the top. Which, as of right now, because the league splits in Denmark, just like it does in Belgium. And I actually kind of enjoy that. I think it's fun. We would be in the champion group. Constantly playing Copenhagen. Constantly playing Midtjylland. On my playthrough, so I have a video actually dedicated to this. The Ultimate Mods List video. I use all those mods. The only one I don't, there's two actually. One is the AI staff faces, because you have to do that, like code it all yourself, and I just have not. One, had the time, but two, felt the need to do it. But then also, I just stopped using the Chinese match engine, but highly do recommend using a match engine if you want something new. Which Saturday might, keyword might, use the Asian Fusion, which is a Chinese and South Korean mod together. So you get defense and attack in one. 343 Blue V3, I love that one. But you added a Libero and a Trequartista. How do you like a Trequartista? Do you like it? Do you enjoy using it? I can't get myself to use it. What's up, Matt? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well, of course. Having a good day. Looking forward to the weekend. Are you still in the same season with Leeds? Or are you a season ahead now? Alright. Zalvatinia might be back for Copenhagen match. Second season, nice. Well, alright. Second season in the Prem? Because I know you already went to your second season. Like, overall. Alright. Let's do it. Second season overall. Alright, so same season as last stream. Alright. There we go, Pooh. Play it up, play it up, play it up, play it up. Thank you. Wait for Yam. Or find Olsen. Did not expect winger to winger on that goal. That was great. as the description at the bottom said, Palmer the architect, Olsen the finisher. Or, better word, Olsen the punisher. He's Frank Castle. Simonovic, Leverton, offsides. Learn to stay on sides. Jensen, Simonovic, Bacchus, Palmer, Kwanchuk, Bacchus, what a ball, bang that Leverton, dang it, plays it, Olsen, goal. Takes time to get it going, roaming all over the place and creating space for other players. Volante forwards, but scored 26 goals and 36. That's good. Because my thing with the Trequartista is it's not involved in defensive play, like, whatsoever. So, if I'm to use that, it's on, like, an elite, I mean elite, agile player. Like, when Neymar was in his prime. Mbappe now. Like, I'm not going to use it on, like, Erling Haaland. But, like, that type of player is what I would use it on. And I don't think, with how I like to play, because I like the whole team being involved in all play, that it really suits it. However, I might try and make a tactic that involves that. And if it does well enough, I can release it to y'all. Olsen, Youngkun Yam. That dude's name is a challenge to say every time. Olsen. Dang. The pressure got to him. He was like, I'm on for a hat trick right now. He just blasts it wide. Simonovic, dang. All right. Really? Libero is a very fun and unique role. I will say that. I don't know if you saw the Inzaghi masterclass video that I did, but that really showed what a libero can do with Pavard. Jensen. Simonovic. Dang it. I want to know how Jensen's average rating goes down when he whips it in and it connects with Simonovic, but because Simonovic doesn't score, the rating goes down. Explain that one. All right. We're going to bring on Tugerson. That's it. That is it. Palmer wanted that, but he put too much bend on it. That probably just need to go a bit more direct. You're doing well. Playing a lot of the youngsters in this game. Alright, on to the next round. Good game from Eric Olson. And now in 3 days, which I'm going to rest everyone. Adedeji's back. Awesome. We are going to bring Adedeji back onto the bench. Vitinha will be starting. Warner will be starting. Ross will be starting. And that's going to be our side against Copenhagen. 12 goals, 7 assists. Goals from corners, yeah, that made sense. Now, having a player like a Benjamin Pavard as a libero is just unfair. They can dictate play so darn well. It's really nice. But you got to make sure that you have the right type of player doing it. It definitely seems that way, Matt. You got the comeback kings. All right. Skive Idrets Club. These second division teams, not second division, 2 division, which is actually the 4th division in Denmark, they're going far. I mean, very far. You got a 4th-tier club on a miracle run, so we cannot take them lightly. And then Hobro, after being relegated, they're on a deep run into the quarterfinal as well. Midtjylland is out. Nordsjælland is out. Copenhagen's still in. And it's the Copenhagen Derby and the quarterfinal between them and Brøndby, which Brøndby not doing too hot, but they have new goated manager Bo Henriksen. They've played 4 games and they've lost 2 of them. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he finds a way to keep them up. Aarhus did amazing last year and they are in 10th. This is a wild league. Viborg was with us in the championship group. Vela, if I'm not mistaken, are promoted. And they are in 6th. I don't think Julio Mendoza is ever going to leave. Man is never going to leave Peru. He's so good, too. I mean, I'm looking at his possession numbers. Unbelievable. His tackles 1. Definitely need to get better. He ain't no Simonovic. And he ain't no Warner. But possession 1? I'd put him in the lineup over Henri Chasing immediately. Alright, Rygaard is about to retire in 2 months. Fans and board are expecting a draw from this match. I am expecting a very hard game. That is highly unfortunate, Liz. I would love to get this player, but we don't have 1.9 million pounds, and we're not going to anytime soon unless I sell someone. Because he is really good. Him as a shadow striker would be unbelievable. If we sold Ross, I'd buy him immediately. If we sold Ross, I would buy him immediately. And he is wanted by Brøndby. Bo, if you want him, 5 million. Which we would only get like 2.5, and I'd have to use all of it on that 10. I might actually talk to the board and be like, hey, yo, can we get an increase to that? Not budget adjustment, but finance. Increase percentage of transfer revenue. You have... Actually, I don't know if he'd still be around at this point in your save. Onel Hernandez. He's still kicking about. Get a good performance against Copenhagen today. Let's get a good result. Can we get a good result? I'm hoping for a good result. Olsen, there we go. Olsen to Leverton. Olsen to Leverton. Or to Ross. Palmer! Off the post. Why are we so good at hitting the post? This team is unbelievable at it. There is a commentary mod. Zealand did a video on it. It changes the match engine. So you can't like pair it with another match engine mod. But yes, there is. I think it's cool. If you want commentary, then yeah, you'd probably like it. We're playing each other really tight. Marcus, Olsen, Pooh, Leverton. Leverton, you got to be better than that. Good stuff. That was moronic. I take back everything I just said. Palmer, are you going to bang this? He almost did. He almost did. He took a shot. Olsen, Simonovic to Pooh. Pooh to Bacchus. Henri Chase. Bacchus. Up to Ross. Ross to Leverton. Leverton's got to play somebody. He finds Palmer out wide. Palmer to Ross. And Pooh's right there to clean it up. Usually you clean up Pooh, but Pooh cleaned it up. Great stuff from Pooh. Good choice by Palmer, too. They chipped up Ross, which allowed that ball to find Pooh as well. Chase, good stuff. Woohoo! I love it. Palmer. Palmer. Are you going to do it again? Are you going to do it again? Finds Ross. Ross to Leverton. Turn and shoot, maybe? Nope. He did not have the confidence to do that. Warner. Chase. Bacchus. Warner. Ross. Palmer. Palmer. Leverton. Gets tripped up in the box. No pen. Olsen to Ross. Up 2-0. We're looking good. All right. Adedeji's coming on. Yam's coming on for Palmer. Quan Schick for Bacchus. That's part of the commentary mod, actually. Yes, sir, Gregors. We just need to ensure that we can keep this up. We're playing with a bunch of kids. And we have switched systems, which we did on Tuesday. And we are doing pretty well. Hopefully it continues. Oh, Leverton, just get it on target, brother. Just get it on target, my man. Can y'all see the stats on the left-hand side right now? I'm not hitting a darn thing right now. Look at those numbers. That is unbelievable. From where we were on Tuesday. to doing that. Both clubs that we got trounced by on Tuesday, we have now shut out. And we just held Copenhagen to 2 shots for the game, and not a single one of those 2 got on target. It is almost like I know what I'm doing. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. An American knows football. It's kind of wild. Maybe Potts should hire me to be his assistant manager. All right, so we're within 2 points at Copenhagen, and we have a game in hand on them as the game just spazzes out again. That is a beautiful picture for a stadium. Oh my goodness. Odense, you have a very nice stadium. Odense Boldklub. See, I knew just from the face of things that this kid was good. If we lose Palmer, we're going to have a South Korean genius on the right wing and Ola Nielsen. Because I'm going to find every way to get him. Klaksvik I just saw that they won the cup. So Klaksvik has kept Vikingur Gøta from doing the treble for 2 years in a row now. So it wasn't a me thing, it's just they make sure that Vikingur Gøta can't do it. Player of the Week news, Chogwei-sung. Incredible player. And I think it was Tuesday I was talking with all of you about it was either coaching badges or whatnot and scouting and all that, and how I had a binder with players in it. He was one of those players. At the time, he was at Youngbuk Hyundai in South Korea as well. He was so good. And then he moved him, he earned himself a move to Midtjylland. He's a very solid player. Very, very solid player. Simonovic is our leading goal scorer. He has 14 goals. He is 31. He is going to want a crazy pay raise, and he's never going to do this goal tally again. Alright, so right now, Ross is the only player that's wanted. Which is kind of surprising. I'm really surprised, like, no Serie A, no League no one from Spain, no one from England want David Palmer yet. Or even Leverton. Very surprised with that too. And why did he choose to commit to England? Because he shouldn't have. He should have committed to Australia. He's never going to play. He'd be playing game in, game out. If Bacchus just was playing for Australia, Leverton would be their main guy. Not in the financial position to do that. Okay, well. Let's sell some players to where you are in the financial position to do that, shall we? Because these players not going to crack into my lineup. Any international jobs? None. Mons are looking though. Bordeaux. There. Jeez Louise, man. Jeez Louise. Was Palmas. Honestly, if Real Betis sack their manager, that is going to be, along with Atalanta, those are going to be the only two clubs that I will apply to. I really like Betis. Really, really like them. And I really, really like Atalanta as well. Those will be the only two clubs that I apply to. We probably won't get interviews. We probably won't even be considered for it, but I at least want to throw our manager's name into the ring. When's the winter break come? Is it like right at? How is he regressing? I don't understand this. I really don't. And he is too. Makes no sense to me. They're playing well when they play. Alright, Jimenez, I'm just going to sell you. Jimenez hands in transfer request. How's Malskin's doing there? He's got 4 goals. He's improving. That's what we wanted. Jason, you want to leave? Just when things start going well. This always happens. Things start going well. People start complaining about playing time. Who is Rami? Luis Miguel Rami. He was at Burgos. Yeah, like, so it's kind of down like, do you want commentary? Do you not? Like, how important is it? What's up, Tender? There is no way he's in the Bulgarian national team. Bro, I swear I need to do a Building a Nation in Bulgaria so badly. The players that are produced there are unbelievable. Unbelievable. This kid, I mean, he is very strong. He is the Ousmane Dembele of center backs. With a 16 work rate, brother. He's at Ludogorets. There ain't no way that he come join me. But, holy moly, he is a heck of a player. I actually need to go through this. We'll clean this up real quick. So they aren't. Alright, so aside from them and you, yeah, you guys actually existed though, aren't good. Same with Boo Maker. How does Verona want him? I love him on loan, but what if I could actually? Nope, still no. Still no. I mean, we don't have the salary space to do it anyways now, so. Freddie Youngberg. That's wild. I like consistently get him as a coach or even a scout in previous FMs. Always. Well, these are some pretty insulting offers. Okay, let's get that for him. No? Alright. These are even worse. $75K. And this will be the last one. Can we get 100K? We can get 100K. I'll take. If we're only gonna get 100K for him. 50K for him. Well, this will be 70K. We just need like one massive sale. Like Kramer. Anyone want Kramer? I don't really want Kramer. Or even, where is he? Paulson? Since he doesn't want to be here. Also need to sell Jimenez. Need to sell Kierkegaard. Shoot, with how things are going, I might even sell out a Deji. Eric Olson's taking his job. I could play Ross out there, move in Yam. We'll allow Tugerson to get some more playing time. I'll be bringing back our South Korean winger as well. He has transfer listed Sigurd Haugen. I would not have done that. I got Cuisance. All right. We're in a third kit, which I have no idea how they look in reality. Olsen. Great start. So I'm not celebrating too much today. I'm just trying to keep my arm from being in too much pain. I had my my brace on it for 7 hours the other night. Whenever I put it on there right now, it feels like my arm is just a knot. What do I think of this guy? Eric Rivadero. I like that he is a set piece magician. I would want better work rate, but he is big. So it's good to have the 17 heading. So he would do a good job for you with what I know you personally would want. He would be a good option. That is for sure. Tinia, Olsen to Ross. Oh, Ross somehow came away with that. I love how as soon as I start talking about my arm, it starts doing its thing. Palmer, Ross just fell over himself. Palmer, Ross, bang. There is no way that just went in. Yeah, Tender, 100% sign that dude. Because I know what you like in your players. He checks every box. Like, he will be your go-to guy. No idea where you're managing. Because it said 2031. But he'd be your guy. Simonovic. Watford? Tell me why your guys' name is the Hornets, yet your logo looks like a moose. Nequan Schick. Oh, come on. Alston's had a good game, but I'm going to bring on Edidegi. Those four will be coming on. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. The kickoff glitch. That's essentially what that has become. I don't know if it was Liss, may have been someone else. May have been Larcy. Talking about how you get those highlights at kickoff and it's just like, alright, yeah, they're gonna score. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. What are we doing? Really? Zealand made a video on it. Should be on FM Scout though. Pidal Jensen Adedeji. That's hilarious. Adedeji fit that ball between two defenders' heads. And Young Kun puts it away. That does not look like a deer. But from when I would watch Foster's videos when he was still at Watford, I mean the door handles in the cafeteria, they are antlers, so that makes sense. Good stuff. If it's in the commentary files, like I'm pretty sure like you'll get like You'll Never Walk Alone with Liverpool. Yeah, you've told me that. I would think essentially every English team would be in it. I would think so. But like Saucy was saying, it's kind of glitchy with the match engine because it changes the match engine. Alright, we still have a game in hand. And with that game in hand, we can go into second. Viborg are capitalizing as well with their game in hand. We need Viborg to lose. Good game from Ross. Bayer Leverkusen are in search for a manager, as is Valencia. Las Palmas. I could apply for the Bayer Leverkusen gig, but I don't know. Hellas Verona. If that were Porto, main Porto, I'd 100% do that. Brentford, potentially. Stephen Presley is their manager. Where's Thomas Frank? Burnley. Interesting. And just to prove my point. What's your crest? That looks nothing like a deer. Like, it kind of does. But the antlers... That's like moose antlers. It really looks like moose antlers. Also, by the way, I think your guys' away kit this year is absolutely class. I have thought the exact same thing as you, Tender, but apparently it doesn't work that easily. Apparently it does not work that easily. Alright, so Betis are still considering sacking their manager. Brentford are. Palace are. Atalanta. Lazio. Love me a Lazio save. Swallow. Cologne. Some of these clubs we might actually have a chance at if I were to apply. I don't know if I should though. Like Nantes we would. Monza. Las Palmas. Shoot, maybe even Valencia. Yeah, they do produce good youth. But they would be something special. Verts is not there from the looks of it. And that is why they're hurting the way they are. Who'd you sell them to? Better not be Real Madrid. You sold Palacios? You sold him to... Actually, that would be a phenomenal place for him to go because that's where I think he should go if he goes to the Prem. He would be unbelievable at Arsenal. And Palacios went to Chelsea. I hope he doesn't go to Bayern. They brought in Eduardo Bova. Paul Nebel would not have paid that much for him. Would not have paid that much for him. They did some really bad business with that money. I mean, really bad business. But hey, at least they still got Frimpong and Grimaldo. At least they got them. Won't slow your game down, but it'll make the match engine glitchy. play with Bayer Leverkusen. Oh no, because I wouldn't be able to play this system there. I could play this one, but not this one. Like when we were getting screwed over by the Chinese match engine on Tuesday, with players just not reacting or certain goals happening that shouldn't happen and all that. That's what I mean. So, glitchy equals getting screwed over. So, I'm not looking at Bakune. He's 6'5". That's good that you beat City and Liverpool. Did you draw either of the other two? He would be a great player to bring in. Play as a ball winner. Him and Bacchus. Ah, so you split it. Espanol. You'd think with him being 6'5", he'd have better heading. But he's got 19 jumping reach. That's unbelievable. Great crossing. He can play as an inverted fullback, so that would work for us. So that's good to see. I did not look at his goals, no. I like that crust so much. That's like our center back, Simonovic, right now. 23 games in total. 15 goals. All right, do we think we should apply anywhere? We can't apply to Sweden. Sweden's a step down. Unfortunately, even though I'd love to manage Gardens or Malmo. Unless FC Lati are available currently too. Like applying to France or Portugal is what you're saying? You might be onto something if that's what you're saying. He's only half a star better than us. And that'd be at Renee, who have a boatload of money, it looks like. If I took that job, Luke would be mad at me, though. they've got Fabian Ryder, though. And they have the Batman? They have the Batman. I know they've got Arnaud Calamalindo. And they have another one of my favorite strikers in Kyogo Furuhashi. I would play Batman over him. I would 100% play the Batman over him. I love Mishi Batshuayi. Bro, what did they do to his pace? They're acting like he can't run. He can run. They've got Shar there. They've got Yana Relbus. They have so many players that I like. They have Glenn Kamara too. Seko Fofana. Udovic Blas. You said you had Ayanda. Is he here with them? Lidu Saidu, he's solid. Arthur's great. Bryce Samba's a baller. Near the bottom. Ayanda. Oh, Ayanda Shishuba. Oh, South Africa. Do we apply? This might be a once-in-a-blue moon opportunity to be able to apply to a club like this and potentially have a chance to get it. Because we're doing well right now. Quarterfinals of the Cup. We're in third in the league. Which, if we win our next game against Nordsjælland, who are right behind us, we could jump over Copenhagen and we'll be right behind Viborg. So it's like, what do we want to do? Because I also said on Tuesday, I want to build something here. I do. Because it's already, the foundation's already in place. We just got to wait for it all to grow. But a chance like that to manage a Renee or a Nantes, definitely prefer Renee, or a Bayer Leverkusen, doesn't come around all that often. What do we think? I just need one person to push me in the direction. Either say, stay or apply. Stay or apply. Do we stay and not apply at either Bayer Leverkusen or Stade Rennais? Or do we apply at both? See if we get an interview. Bayer Leverkusen's looking at Niko Kovac, which they'll probably end up landing him. How bad's Dortmund doing? They're in second. Why would he leave? Only 3 points behind Bayern. And then Renee, they are in 15th. So they're right above the relegation zone. We would have to guide them to a European spot. Paris FC are up here. How is Paris FC doing better? Ugh. This is a toughie. Because I do want to stay at Aalborg. I like what we're building. But at the same time, those don't come around too often. Those 2 gigs. I mean, here are some other ones like Betis, Roma, Atalanta, Lazio, Cologne, Sassuolo, Brentford, Palace. So it would be it'd be kind of dumb not to apply. I've applied to both. Will we get it? Doubt it. But at least we throw our hat in the ring. Just move on, business as usual. And there we go. Alright, so Renee's a no. That's fine. No offers for Jimenez. They're only willing to pay 175K. I'll take that. I will take that. We're here. I'll put it at that. We'll see if we can do that. Same for him. I don't know. I'll look them up. He is at Tyrol in Austria. Hawkins looking for a new manager now. Being that it is an international break, we're probably going to have to wait to see if anyone else gets sacked. We've got Nortiella coming up. We got Silkeborg coming up. We also have a cup match coming up. Alright, so yeah, you literally can't get jack for these guys, unfortunately. You pay me 20K more. Cool. No, Anders Nosh or Noshe going to Brunby, what is up, Tara? Hope you're doing well. That new Discord thing that shows like who's playing what just popped up. That just popped up that you are playing Football Manager. I'm just hanging in there, man. All I can do right now. My brain's absolutely fried. And my stomach is killing me because, one, I have not felt well at all. But two, I am incredibly hungry. Like, incredibly hungry. I got the FM munchies! I might go get a quick bite from upstairs, I don't know. Like, make a snack or something. Alright. Renders, want Diane. Lingby. What? Dorgu. You start a new Pentagon challenge. Cool. Were you influenced by Clayt? Because he just started one. That is not what I put. What? There we go. We will actually be starting a Journeyman series on YouTube soon. Don't know how soon, but soon. I have ordered a jersey from a certain club. I gotta go pick it up. It's customized as well. Oh, we're without Bacchus, brother. And it's from the United States. We will be starting in the MLS and then going from there. About how it's going to work is pretty different. It's not going to be like, all right, we're going to play a couple games, move on. Next episode, we play a couple more games. It's not going to be anything like that. Like, it's going to be like a mini series of a Journeyman where each episode highlights the club that we're at for however long we're there. My plan is to either just see out the contract and then move, or we're allowed to re-up with the club once and then we move. That's my thinking behind it. Who else could play here? A Norsen. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a couple of series coming up just to have fun, and they're not all gonna be Journeymans, but they will be the style of those videos. To make mini-series essentially, so that there's more content for you guys, but to where I actually get to play the game instead of just tactic testing all the time. Because alright, cool. Well, thank you for letting me know, Bayer Leverkusen. The Jose Mourinho tactic is really frustrating right now because Chelsea just are not good. They just aren't. They're nowhere near the level that his team was at. And then Jimenez is now out a month. Why are you all the way you are? Might have to give our Vietnamese player ago. He'd only be able to play as a segundo, though, based on his attributes. It'd probably be between a Journeyman or a Building a Nation. I really like doing Building a Nation. Last time I did one, though, was with Puskás Akademia in Hungary, which I really, really want to do a Building a Nation with Bulgaria. So I might do that to just have fun and enjoy myself. Alright, now clubs won't make offers because he's injured for a month. This player is a problem child. I'm interested in doing a Pentagon. Like I said, I have some ideas in mind. All of them, by the way, include club kits. Because I have subscribed to a certain mystery kit group. And I'll be getting a kit a month. And I will be using said kits of these clubs to do content. I think it'll be fun. Whether they're like one-off, whether they are one-off or series type stuff, which majority of them will be series type stuff. That's kind of what I want to lean in towards with it. I don't know if I have used that mod, Philip. What is it? Do you have a link for it? Or is it on like FM Scout or something? I will not burn any kits, Taryn. That I won't do. That I won't do. But no, I'm looking forward to doing this stuff because it's going to allow me how I'm going to do it. To play the game, have conversations with y'all while I do it. Yet, they're mini-series. Not necessarily like the process was. Because that's like the last series that I did. And honestly, like really only series that I've followed all the way through. And I had a lot of fun doing that. But there's going to be some one-off videos coming, like FM movies and whatnot, like next week. I just have to finish scripting it, and then record it and do all that. No, I don't. The only person that I've ever gotten something from their Patreon is the Mad Scientist. That is the only person. So I don't know what realism mod that is. But just to gather some info for myself, from y'all, what are the type of saves that you guys enjoy seeing? Obviously, you guys like the Journeyman. You guys like the Journeyman. Alright, Tara likes the Pentagon. Any others besides the Pentagon? Because I really like Journeymans. I really like Building a Nation. Might be able to do Building a Nation dependent on certain things. Yeah, Build a Nation's so fun. So, like, rebuilding a fallen giant type deal. Yeah. See, yeah, like, but Poland is one that I would 100% do Building a Nation with. But it will be down to kind of what kits I get in these packages. Why is Olsen so tired compared to everyone else? We're outplaying them and didn't get a single highlight the whole half. Gotta love that. Would y'all ever be interested in a it wouldn't be part to prem, but like taking a team like lower down in the leagues of a country to the top and then seeing where it goes? Oh yeah, I can, Philip. Let me. So it's called the Dave NCID Realism mod. Dave and Sid Realism FM mod. It's a mega pack. Player development, finances, transfers. Alright. Increase realism mega pack for FM. Okay, so it adjusts ticket prices, financial rebalancing, new Wonder Kids, more club data. Transfer and financial systems are adjusted more precisely to reflect real-world football. Okay. If that's something that you're looking for, I'd give it a go. If that's something you're looking for. So that'll be up to you. If that is what you are wanting to kind of like refresh your experience, you know what I mean? What's up, Theo? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day. Oh. We have not gotten a single highlight this whole game. I swear. Because statistically, we have been better than them. That's going to be how we end our unbelievable winning streak. Is that crap goal? That's the only highlight of the game. This game infuriates me sometimes. No. They didn't deserve that goal. It was garbage. And because of that, we dropped down, even though we... Bro. Ah! Awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, we did change the match engine wheels. It is now the OG one. It is now the original. That's absolutely mind-blowing that is the frickin' game we just had. There's no way your goalie just... That's wild. Oh, you're in... Who are you managing in South Africa? Because I'm guessing you don't have like an extended database to be like in Nigeria or the Ivory Coast. Narumo, got no idea who they are. Marumo Gallants, South Africa. Alright. You have all of them. And still chose to go to South Africa. You could have gone to ASEC Mimosas. Or even, Am I an idiot? I'm an idiot. Casablanca. So are you doing a Journeyman Pentagon? Is that what I'm hearing? You're a madman. You are a madman. But hey, that save's gonna take you all the way up to if and when we get another football manager. So that save is the long haul definition. Jason with 2 S's is heading to Austria. But did you do it like that? Bro, Twitch literally just wanted to block a club's name. Twitch, come on, man. You can't get rid of the bots that come in and out of everyone's streams, but you can block Milford FC? What are we doing, Twitch? You're better than that. I'd hope. Alright. Are there any international jobs? Hey, Catanzaro's available. There we go. Yellen sacked their manager. That's crazy. Cow would be fun. Couldn't bring anyone over though. What, Zaragoza? Maybe Zaragoza. I'd rather manage here in Denmark than go to Zaragoza. Quarterfinal is 2 legs, so that means semifinal is 2 legs. Okay. Bacchus, I need you back, bro. Badly. Badly, badly, badly. Now, Leverton, let's go score a goal. We need a goal. Gotta get a goal. Need a goal, gotta get one. We should not have lost that last game. We got FM'd. Let's go, Leverton. Clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it. Get on that poo. There we go. What is happening? Good save by De Bear. Can we get a shot on net? There we go. Abdullah Oblongata. Dang it. Palmer. Palmer. Find someone. Olsen! Ow. But good stuff from Olsen. That is a fast 30-year-old. Good stuff. Can we get another goal? Can we get another one? From Leverton? He was killing it at the beginning of the stream, that is. Not the season. He had a very slow start. Honestly, ever since he committed to playing for England over Australia, he isn't doing well. It's almost like he plays for Tottenham. That's what I get for talking down on Tottenham. I love me Big Ange. I do. Maybe if Leverton played there, he would have chosen Australia. We need Bacchus. Olsen, Chase, Simonovic. Abdullah, thank you. Ross, Palmer. Palmer make a play. Ross, Leverton. Finally! Gosh, that really... I need to stop celebrating. I can't celebrate anymore. That really bothers my arm. Leverton. Simonovic. Abdullah Blangata. Henry Chase. Vitinha to Abdullah. Abdullah to Ross. Ross to Leverton. What the hell? Can't believe they almost just scored on that. Oh, what a save! What a save. Alright, we need more goals. We need more goals. Let's add a goal. Abdullah. Simonovic. Dang. Olsen. Dang. Palmer. Palmer's gonna have to make a play. There's no play to be made, unfortunately. There we go. Ross back to Palmer. Warner, play it back. Chase, play it to Pooh. Play it to Pooh. Thank you. Leverton. Olsen. What a ball by Leverton. Olsen. What a goal. What a goal. Absolutely loving that. Warner. With the throw-in to Mr. Ross. Ross to Pooh. Pooh to Olsen. Pooh to Olsen. Pooh's taking it himself. Chase, Palmer, dang. Uh-oh. Good block by Henri Chase. Awesome. That's great, guys. That's exactly what we needed. It was a conceded goal right before I make changes. Bring on Kwanchik again. Warner, Olsen. Olsen's on the right wing now as well because they brought on Adedeji. You got that Pooh. Never mind. Apparently he doesn't. Still just morphing through people. There you go, Leverton. Great defending from the striker. Pooh. Lee Kwan-shik. Ross. Ross to Olsen. Olsen to the back of the net. What a save by their keeper! Wow. Okay. Bettina, where are we going with it? Up the wing instead of cutting inside. Edidigi to the other team. What a save. What a save. Ooh. Please no. Good save again. Brother. Alright. Yom's on. I have no choice but to bring someone on. Yom's good from there, though. Yom is good from the 10. Alright, we saw that out. That's good. 3 more points. We're in 3rd. Point behind Viborg. Essentially, when we play Viborg, we need to beat them. We beat them with that game in hand on Copenhagen, we're in 1st, which is insane. We are without Ross for a month. Oh, man. Yom's playing as a shadow striker for the next month. Unless I play Tugerson there, which I don't really want to right now. This is when we need Froholt. We've got the quarterfinals. And then winter break. From the looks of things. No one else to apply for right now. If I can offer him a contract in January, I'm doing it. He'd be a great player to bring in. All right. We're the best performing attacking team. That's great. We had 2 players finish runner-up the players of the month. Player of the autumn. Can I vote for Ross? I can't vote for a single one of my players. Well, I'm not voting for anyone in Copenhagen. We'll go with Thomas Jorgensen. What the? Young Katala. Yeah, that Ollie Haraldson kid is really, really good. Nygren, or no, who's that left back on Aarhus? Call. And then Nygren. Didn't vote for a single Copenhagen player because they're all just going to win the awards anyways. They want to discuss a new contract. What do we think? What do we think? Because we still have another year, I think. Or am I wrong? No, we don't. Okay. We can, but does that change what I've done with these 3? Alright, we're not getting the gig over Mancini. There ain't no way that's happening. Could get it over Emre. Could get either one of those over Emre. Because I feel like this would be doing it in bad faith if we get offers from them. But we're just gonna accept, and because I don't think we're gonna be getting interviews with any other clubs, to be quite honest. Plus, I like what we're doing here at Aalborg. It's not like I don't. I'm enjoying our time in Denmark. We just need to find a way to make more money. Olsen with goal of the week. A 3-year deal. For the exact amount of time that I wanted to be at the club. Fantastic. That's perfect. That is perfect. You know, by signing a new deal, does that do anything? No, it doesn't. I want to know why the personality says slack. I don't know how I have. We have a 72% win percentage. That is absurd. For the career. for the career. Do. We're gonna need one big sale, and I kinda want it to be Kramer. Let's see if anyone wants them. Because we've got our Venezuelan Wonder Kid coming in. All right. Let's see how this goes. Well, so after these two games, we have a winter break, and then we'll have Ross and Bacchus back, and then we'll be chilling. And we still have game in hand on quite a few clubs, which is great. Absolutely great. Playing a lot of the youngsters. Let's go out and dominate. Get a nice lead heading into the second leg of the quarterfinal. And I could play even more of the youngsters. But with how this team performs in the cup, we don't like making things easy for ourselves. So I'll be happy if we carry like a 2 or 3 goal lead into it. Abdullah to Pooh. Pooh going on a run. Pooh finding Abdullah off the crossbar. Ah! Mr. Olsen to Abdullah. Vitinha. Play it back. There you go. There we go. Play it to the right maybe, or not. The left side of the field is the only side that exists. Probably because of how good Eric Olsen is, not gonna lie. Oh, he's on. He's on. He was on, ref. He was on. We just got disallowed a good goal. Unreal. Unreal. Palmer. Yikes and away. Can we please get a goal? Thank you, Simonovic. We should already have a goal. We should be up 2-0. But this linesman right here, he's a dingus. I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit praise. Ah, my brain is frizzled. All right, we need more goals. I don't know how we're gonna get more goals. Because without Ross, it's a struggle. Without Bacchus, also, it's quite frustrating. What are we doing? just going to have him go attacking. Like, we play down to teams' levels, it seems, and we shouldn't. Holy moly. Good stuff. That was beautiful, honestly. Young Kun with his third goal of the season now. Nothing but first touches. He has scored 2 goals that have been deflected, but he is scoring that no matter what. Adedeji's on. Jason's on. Quan Shik is on. That's it. But just like I said, this team does not like making things easy on itself. I'd be happy with a 2 or 3 goal lead going into the second leg, and it is looking like just a 1. All right. Well, that same group essentially has to play again. I already know what I gotta do for contracts. We gotta address quite a few. As well as look to bring players in too on expiring. Alright, being that this game is at home, hopefully we can get a good result. What happened to Pooh? How did he? I swear. Well, Pooh's playing hurt. Because I want to win this game. And whether he is fit or injured, no matter what, we have a pretty good shot at doing well. As long as he is in the lineup. Now he will have to come off though. I just hit because we're up on it. I hate the way that this game works with shouts. If anyone wants to make a mod to where they make sense, that's the type of mod we need now. Is to where shouts make sense. Yam, you had so much space to go for goal. He had so much space. And he went to make the pass instead. Why? I knew it. I knew it. Thankfully, they can't finish. But I knew that was coming when I saw that. There we go, Simonovic. Take that away, linesman. He did! No way! What did he? How is he not on? That is insane. Never say anything to the linesman. Ever. Ever. I can't believe that. That was insane. Come on, Leverton. Thank you, Olsen. Thank you, Olsen. Good stuff. We need another goal. Like I said, we make it too easy for teams. In the cup, at least. We haven't had to play any teams at the top league level of the cup yet. Now Simonovic scored. Now try and take it away, linesman. I'm watching you. That time it stands. Bring on the kids. The youngins. Let's see what they can do. Leverton's having goal scoring problems in this league, and I don't know why. Last season he was unreal when he first came over. He had a 4-goal game. A couple hat tricks. Alright. Good stuff. We got to play Aarhus in the cup. Fun. When's that? End of the season. Towards the end of the season. What do we do? 3 mil. Anyone want them for 3 mil? See if anyone bites on that. Alva's looking for a manager. I want an internet. My Blue Boys of Rome. I've already managed them in FM24 though. I managed Roma last year. I've already managed them this year. And we just signed a new deal. Who's it looking like they're going after, though? So that means that Nice would become available. Just got to keep our eye on all these situations. Yeah, this is FM25, so clean slate. I mean the team that I assembled at Lazio was just unbelievable. It was Wonder Kid Central. Like I tried, because I still have that save going, by the way, but I'm at Bayern Munich now in it. I had to pay $300 million to get 3 players. Like that. That's how valuable the players were. It was insane. I haven't been approached and or denied by either one of them yet. Could look at Deportivo Alvarez, but I mean, we just signed a 3-year extension. So we're kind of at the point where it's like, if we get approached, that's when we consider it. And also, I mean, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We have a chance at winning a cup, like I wanted to do. And if we can win our game in hand, and yell and lose, we go second because of goal differential. But I mean, we've got Vela, we've got Lingby, we've got Brøndby, Aarhus, Viborg, Randers. That's our run-in of games to then the Champions Group, if we do indeed qualify for it. If we do indeed qualify for it. Which I'd hope we would. Training camp destination when we come back. It's either Spain or Portugal. Go to Spain. Murcia, Spain. Do. Both unsuccessful, but we would be a good fit for the futures of those clubs. So I think we're like right there. We're like right there to where we're going to be getting considered for jobs like Wolfsburg, Brentford, Fulham. So that's a good spot. We're right there. No offers for Kramer. We will see if we get any offers for Kramer by the 17th. By the 17th. Victoria Guimaraes is looking for a new manager. Go ahead, Eagles! Frankfurt? What is happening? We could definitely get that gig over Paulo Sousa in Portugal. You kidding me? We could get Palace, but then if they go with him, we could get Mallorca. USG is available. I don't care that we just signed a new contract. I'm applying. I love USG. And we'll play the Palace. Go ahead, Eagles have some of my favorite players there. Just need to make sure he's still there. Yep, you're there. And you're there. Oliver Antman and Oscar Sierra Sivertson. Could go to Frankfurt, maybe. They have lost a lot of money. They have Isaac Babadi. Why are you not playing Hugo Ekitike? That's your freaking problem, Nagelsmann. What are you doing? What a moron. Why do they make Nagelsmann a moron in FM? Could also look at Alaves. Like, Alaves would be a good opportunity. We can get them out of relegation. But also, we're going for a title right now, and for me, USG is a no-brainer move for myself personally, because I love it. But then we've also got Palace, who are in big trouble, it looks like, financially speaking, and league speaking. Who do you got? I got Chadi Riyad, Jarell Konsa. Yeah, that's a total rehaul of that club that we would have to do. My word. Disaster class at Palace. And Frankfurt are in 13th. Like, how was Nagelsmann not playing? That just blows my mind. How is he not playing Hugo Ekitike? Just doesn't make any sense. Alright, they have made offers for Kramer. We have our youth intake preview as well. An A on a goalkeeper. That's awesome. They're just pumping them out. Can this be negotiated? Can we do 2.5? Can we do 2? 2! With St. Truden. All right, so that chat, that's where we're going to leave it, is the Kramer offer. Should we get a little bit over $1 million from selling him, which would be great for the club. We're not going to use him because we're going to be using Alejandro Benitez and developing him. That is what kind of this whole movement is about, is bringing in youth, developing it. We are youth to golding this as much as we can right now, because we still can't really do Moneyball to the extent that I want to do it to, but we have been able to do some Moneyball signings. Have been able to do some. One of them, Mr. Jane Warner. He's been fantastic for us. Absolutely fantastic for us. But that is where we are going to leave things for today. Be back on Saturday. And we will be pushing to finish this season because we've got our Champions Group qualifiers. Then we just play the games in that group. Then we're all good honky-dory, hopefully. Also, we will see what it's like with other clubs. And I hope that there are some international management jobs that if they don't come available during this kind of winter break and all that, then hopefully the summer going into season 5, we will have a international management job come available to us. So hopefully that is how it works, because it will be the summer of the World Cup. So yeah, sounds good, Wheels. See you on Saturday. But yeah, that is where we're going to end it for today. We did pretty well. We got some good results. Had a big time FMing against us in one game, and that's the only game that we lost. But overall, really happy with how we're doing. We're seeing a lot of improvement from players as well, which is exactly what we want. But yeah. All right. Thank you to everyone who followed today. Thank you to the new members, new subs as well. Appreciate that immensely. But wherever you guys are in the world, please have a great rest of your day / evening. Until Saturday, have a good one. Bye-bye.